Hello, everyone. I am Katie with the Frugal VIP Kid. I am back with the second episode of my series, VIP Kid, Why Am I Not Getting Booked? This is going to be a short episode, but a very important one. We are going to talk about profile descriptions, your bio information. So I'm going to show you two examples. One of a poor bio description and one of a good bio description. So I'll just put the pictures up, pause it if you want to take a second to read it, and then press play and keep listening. So the first one, the reason that it is not a good profile description, and remember, your profile is what your parents see. They see your picture, they click on your picture, and then they can read your profile. The nice thing is that VIPKid does translate this into Mandarin, so they do their best. Probably some gets lost in translation. If you've ever dealt with sending a ticket in, or if you're new to the platform, although a lot of their employees speak English and they probably put pretty decently speaking English employees on this job, they don't speak it perfectly. It's not their native language most of the time. And so the translations can get a little wonky. So it's way too long. Your bio description should not be long because, one, you're risking something getting lost in translation and sounding weird to the parent, or just not coming across the way that you intended. Two, they have 70,000 profiles to look through. Obviously, they're not going to look through that many, but they have a lot, and especially new parents want to shop around a little bit. They don't want to read your long description. They want it to be short and succinct so that they know exactly what they're looking for, and they want to be able to find it quickly. So avoid adding a lot of flourish. It doesn't need to be what it would be in English if you were trying to impress someone. Short and sweet is better. Two, don't talk about a ton outside of your credentials. So I don't need to know the name of your 3 kids. I don't need to know how old they are, and that you're really good with kids because you also have 3 kids and your kids like Legos and you're going to show Legos to your students. I don't need to know, the parents don't need to know, that you love hiking and that one time you went on a hike in Japan. It's fine to say I like hiking, but keep it at that. I like hiking. And only if you're going to talk about hobbies or interests, 1 or 2 things, max. So here's the good that they want to know. Parents want to know, what are your credentials? Have you been a teacher? Do you have a teaching degree? And if you haven't, what's your background? Have you worked with kids at summer camp? You're selling yourself. This is your only tool for marketing, your picture and your description. Sell yourself. Have you done piano lessons? What have you done with kids? And what is your degree in? Because all of us have a degree. What's your background in? Even if it's not education, they want to know. They'll find it interesting. And then one thing that I started including, which actually seemed to help a lot, was including a few emojis just to capture their attention. Not a ton, but just a few, because they use emojis just like we do. And it just makes the profile a little bit more fun. The kid might click on it and be like, Mom, what about this teacher? Because the biggest thing I've learned is, although you may think you're selling yourself to the parents, a lot of times you are actually selling yourself to the kid, who then the older kids book the class themselves, or the little kids, not the babies, but the 6, 7, 8-year-olds pick the profile and then sometimes give it to mom and say, Mom, can I try this teacher? Mom will look at your profile and say, okay, sure, and book it. So you do want to sell yourself to kids, so have it be a little bit more fun. You absolutely do not have to have emojis. It's just something that I've liked. And then besides talking about your credentials, you're keeping it short, and you're making sure not to use huge vocabulary words that might get lost. So for me, my background is elementary education with a minor in teaching English to speakers of other languages. TESOL, that's my minor and my second degree. And so I was like, how do I write that? Because that's definitely not going to translate well, and they won't know what TESOL is. That's not even the most commonly used minor or certificate. When I've moved states, my teaching degree sometimes says TESOL, sometimes says ESL. It just depends what state I've lived in. So I just put ESL. I have a bachelor's degree in elementary education and a bachelor's degree in ESL. I've been a teacher for this number of years, and I have 2 kids. So check out the examples. Let me know what you think. The good thing about changing your bio is it doesn't take very long. So if you write something and you feel like it's not working or you're not getting enough bookings, really look at it from an outsider's point of view and think about how a parent or a child would perceive it. See if you need to shorten it and see if you need to simplify it. Let me know in the comments what you do. Good luck!